Hi everyone, this is Jason from Metal Flesh. Today I will rank the entire Memorain discography from Getting the Bean all the way up to From Here to Eternity. From its release I will pick up two highlight songs. I will try to stay away from the obvious hit songs. Let's kick things off with Digital Crimes. This is the band's debut album. It's a solid introduction to the band and it clearly shows their love for Bay Area thrash metal. The influences range from Megadeth, Testament and Metallica, which you can easily hear and pick from every song. But apart from that, it has got enough of the band's own personality to prevent the album to feel like it's a copy of those bands. The production is modest. The songs sometimes feel a little bit repetitive, but the energy and the enthusiasm is there. The two highlight songs I will pick up from here will be Extend of Life and Until You Die. I'm just gonna put this one on a C tier. 1 year later, the band returns with White Line. This one sounds like a more confident album. The songwriting is tighter, the riffs are sharper, and the production is noticeably stronger. The album still carries plenty of Bay Area influences, but Memorain does sound more comfortable here with their own identity, although a few songs are not as quite as memorable, as strong as the rest of the album. Highlights for me will be High Treason and Inside My Mind. For me, I will put this on a B tier as it is a step up. 2006 we see the release of Reduced to Ashes. This is where Memorain truly found their voice. They moved to a much bigger production and a better label, which is EMI. Here we have the addition of Nick Menza on the drums and I guess solo by Jeff Waters. Because we've got the addition of Nick Menza, this album truly sounds more like a Megadeth album, and Elias here sings like Dave Mustaine, which is not a bad thing. The riffs are heavier, the performances are tighter, and the songwriting is extremely confident. The album combines classic thrash aggression with modern groove influences, creating a sound that would define the band's future. There are a few weak moments, but so far this is one of their best releases. Highlights from me will be TV War and Facing My Demons. For me, this is an instant From Here to Eternity release. Which brings us to Evolution. After a 6-year break, Memorain returns with an absolutely amazing album from start to finish. I believe this album was made as not a full touring band, but as a standalone album release, as it features Gene Hogland, Steve DiGiorgio. We've got some guest appearances by Ripper Owens and David Ellefson and Jeff Waters. Despite all the famous names, the album never feels like a collection of guests. It remains a Memorain album from start to finish. The songwriting is consistently excellent, the production is huge, and the performances are world class. Highlights for me will be Nations on Fire and Rules of Engagement. For me, this is another From Here to Eternity release. Soon after, we see the release of digital line rather than the band releasing another album. Memorain chose to revisit songs from the first two records with their modern lineup and production. The result is more than a greatest hits collection. We have stronger production, tighter performances, and the songs sound more improved, and it just brought new life into those old songs. Highlights here for me will be Burning Justice and Until You Die. I'm just going to put this on a high B tier for now. Soon after, the band released their next album called Seven Sacrifices. The band here sounds like they kept the momentum going with another outstanding thrash album. The songwriting remains aggressive but more melodic than before. The production is powerful without becoming over compressed. The riffs are memorable, the solos are excellent, the album flows naturally from beginning to the end. It doesn't reach the heights of Evolution, but for me this is an absolutely amazing album from start to finish. Highlights for me will be Bad Wolf and Snow Falls. For me this is a solid A tier release. 0 Hour followed after this. This sounds like a complete album. The songwriting again feels confident. There's a good balance between speed, groove and melody, and once again the production is absolutely amazing. Here the band dives into political and social themes, which perfectly matches the aggressive music, and the performance again is first class. There's virtually no filler track here. Again, another highlight into the band's catalogue. For me, highlights here will be Standalone and The Time Has Come. For me, this is another solid A tier release. It's just gonna go just in front of Seven Sacrifices. Right, which brings us to Duality of Man. This album continues the high standards set by 0 Hour. The songwriting is sharp, the riffs are memorable, the rhythm section provides a powerful foundation throughout the album. The album manages to combine the fast Bay Area inspired thrash with heavy modern grooves, allowing the songs to breathe without losing their aggression. Production is clean and punchy, giving every instrument room to shine. While it doesn't introduce any new ideas, it refines everything the band has done so far. A few weak moments here and there, making it another consistent, strong release. Comparing this to 0 Hour, this one, as stated, is slightly more melodic and refined. Highlights for me will be The End of Hope and Guardian Night. It's still an A tier, but it's just gonna go in between 0 Hour and Seven Sacrifices. Which brings us to the band's latest studio release, News of Time. This one again manages to combine what 0 Hour and Duality of Man has done. It's more groove orientated. The band here again, they haven't reinvented the wheel. They just stood tall on what they have achieved so far, and then just rehash the last two albums into a release. The songs are heavy. We've got thrash songs mixed with groove orientated touches here and there, and it's just a good overall release. Highlights will be Last Hope and Vultures. For me, this one goes to a low A tier. or a high B tier. I'm just gonna put it on here, just behind Seven Sacrifices. So you have it, the entire Memorain discography ranked from Getting the Bane all the way up to From Here to Eternity. Till next time, stay metal.